Updating your digitals is one of the most important things to do as a model. And today I'm going to use my trusty old Sony A7 first gen with a 55mm Carl Zeiss lens to just demonstrate the headshot on how to do my digitals. If you want to become a model, you need to do this for submission. Or if you are already a model, you need to update this regularly. I try to do this at least 2 to 3 times a year. You can hire a professional to do it or do it yourself. I was a photographer myself previously, so I prefer to do it myself, and it also saved me some money. It doesn't need to be complicated, and I can show you how to do it easily. First, 3 very important and straightforward things to take note of. Number 1, clean backdrop. 2, natural lighting. 3, little to no makeup. Well, I put on a little bit of concealer here and there to just cover some redness and things like that to just perfect my skin a little. Not changing my face with eyeshadow and all. Not necessary. The best spot for me to take my digitals is usually next to a window with a white wall. So if you have a camera like I do, here are some basic photography tips. Very easy. 4 things. Number 1, the f-stop aperture. 2, shutter speed. 3, ISO. 4, the focal length. So let's start with the aperture or f-stop. Very simple. Aperture means the opening in the lens. The wider it is, the smaller the number, means the more light it's allowed to go in. So the bigger the number, which is the opposite, means the opening is smaller, allowing less light to enter into the lens. So it really depends on the lens that you have or the lens that you want to buy. Some starts from 4, some starts from 2.8, some starts from 1.8, some starts from 6. So it varies. It's usually written on your lens, so mine is 1.8, 55mm. On paper, it's good to have a wide aperture lens. Yes, it is because you have more flexibility. If I shoot in 1.8, it allows more light to go in, which is a very fast lens. It also creates a separation of background and foreground, which means the subject is in focus and the background is blurred. But if you want to do a headshot and your subject will be quite close to the lens, means you will lose a lot of details. Your camera will be quite hard to pick up the focus, either on your eyes or on your nose. So if it focuses on your nose, your eyes will not be in focus, which means it will not be sharp. And if it focuses on your eyes, which is more ideal, your nose will not be in focus. Number 2, shutter speed. The slower it is, the brighter, but which means you need to stay really still and not move. That's why sometimes when you take pictures, you get motion blur, not the effect that you want for digitals. General rule of thumb is that I've got a 50mm lens, so I would need to match my speed with my lens, which is 1/50. If you can go a bit faster, I would try to do that. Remember, it's not the special effect that you are going for. It's more about the natural you that is more important. Third, ISO. It's basically the light sensitivity of your camera sensor. The higher, the brighter, but there will be more noise in your picture, which means a more grainy image. You need to strike the right balance to keep the number as low as you can. I generally like to keep it not over 1000. Between 500 and 800 is quite good, but if you can afford to go lower, the better. It's about finding the right balance between the f-stop, ISO and shutter speed based on the specification of your lens and camera. Play around with the settings and find the sweet spot. In terms of the focal length for digitals, I prefer to use 50mm and above, so the distortion is minimal and it looks more natural to the human eye. If it's all too complicated, just use your smartphone. Just switch to the tele lens for the portrait effect. Set it on timer, or if you have an Apple Watch, use it as a tether to trigger the camera app. I use my iPhone 15 Pro Max to vlog and take a lot of pictures, and it works perfectly. And if you have the option, turn on ProRes to take high quality raw images. Just try to keep it as simple as you can. It doesn't need to be complicated, so it's manageable. Don't need to be too posy too. Keep your poses basic. Remember, it's the most natural version of you that you need to show. You need to do a close-up headshot, profile, half body, and full body. But today I'm just going to do a headshot just to show you how I do it. This is what I've shot using my camera, unedited. Now my iPhone, unedited. The next step that I do is to transfer to my Mac and Lightroom to do some basic editing. The main thing that I look out for to edit is basically the lighting, the color balance, and maybe some spots that I know that would fade away or go away in time. I don't change my face, nose or eye shape or do any intensive retouching on my skin. I keep it as natural looking as possible. This is the final result. Camera and iPhone. They are both equally usable. So now let me put the before and after side by side, shot by my camera and my iPhone so you can have a comparison. Like I said earlier, if you want to become a model, you need to do this for submission. And if you are already a model, you need to do this regularly. Follow the instructions given by your modeling agency. It shows that you're serious and professional. Don't be afraid to try and just have fun along the way. Feel free to ask me if you have any questions, and I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe button down below, because I genuinely appreciate that. Remember to embrace yourself, and you are beautiful regardless. Liberate doubt.
Yeah.